How to master blending modes and opacity in Photoshop. If you want to take your digital art to the next level, mastering blending modes and opacity in Photoshop is essential. These tools can transform your artwork and give it depth and dimension. Let's break down how to use them effectively. First, let's talk about opacity. Opacity controls how transparent or solid a layer is. It ranges from 0%, which means completely transparent, to 100%, which means fully opaque. Adjusting the opacity of a layer allows you to see the layers underneath it. This is perfect for creating soft transitions or subtle shading in your artwork. You can easily change the opacity in the Layers panel by sliding the opacity slider or entering a specific value. Now onto blending modes. Blending modes are like magic formulas that dictate how the pixels of one layer interact with those below it. Photoshop has 27 blending modes, grouped into 6 categories: normal, darken, lighten, contrast, inversion, and component. Each mode affects the colors and brightness in unique ways. For artists, some blending modes are particularly useful. The normal mode is the default and shows the layer without any blending. If you lower the opacity here, it simply makes the layer more transparent. Multiply is great for shadows, as it darkens the base layer by multiplying pixel values. On the other hand, Screen lightens the base layer, making it ideal for highlights and glowing effects. Overlay combines Multiply and Screen, increasing contrast by darkening dark areas and lightening light areas. To really master these tools, start experimenting. Apply different blending modes to your layers and see how they interact with your artwork. This trial and error method will help you discover which modes work best for effects like shadows or highlights. Combining blending modes with opacity adjustments is also a smart move. For instance, if you set a multiply layer to 50% opacity, you can create a softer shadow effect without permanently changing the base layer. Using layer groups and clipping masks can help isolate blending effects to specific areas of your artwork. This gives you more control over your composition. It's also important to understand the difference between opacity and fill. While both control transparency, fill affects only the pixels of the layer, leaving layer styles untouched. Remember, using blending modes and opacity adjustments is non-destructive. This means you can always modify or revert changes whenever you want. By consistently practicing with these tools, you can create stunning textures, lighting, and color effects in your illustrations and digital paintings. Mastery comes from understanding how each mode affects pixels and experimenting creatively to achieve the look you want.